Welcome to Gray Acres. I bet you're wondering what I'm doing today. Well, I am going to glue two popsicle sticks together that I got from Dollar Tree. I got a huge bag of them for $1, about 3/4 of an inch, and then I'm going to put a T on it. And what I'm trying to do is get an accurate way to measure the hydraulic fluid. I've had difficulty getting it in and out. It's a silver device that I'll show you in a minute, and the hydraulic fluid is clear, so I had a hard time figuring out what level it was at and wanted to make it easier. Be back in a minute. All right, I'm going to apply a little hot glue down here. I think you can see that. And then I'm going to stick this popsicle stick on top of it and mash it down good without burning myself. And then I'm going to go get the dipstick and I'm going to mark it with a pen or felt marker. Be back in a minute. Well, I took the dipstick out, and in this bright daylight, it looks, I don't think you can see it, it looks like it's not quite half full to me. So let me show you what I'm going to do. All right, I don't want the dipstick to go down in there too far, so I'm going to mark the top. Well, that's not marking so good, so let's try this magic marker. Let's see if we can hold this thing and do it. Ah, yes. And line this up, so that's the top. That looks like that's the top, and that's the bottom. If you can see the markings there and there, and I'm going to glue a cross piece here so I don't drop this whole thing down into the hole. Black mark, I'm going to put some glue right on top of there, and I'm going to glue a cross piece about like that, and I'll cut some of that off because it's tight in there, and that way I can't drop the thing down in the hole. So one more step. I'm going to try to cut this thing off. I don't think I can show it to you. About there with the razor blade knife and about here. And what I did that I didn't show you is I trimmed and made sure there's no glue hairs sticking out. I think about the worst possible thing is if you got something down in there that contaminate the hydraulic system. So I'm going to examine this extremely closely before I try it. Isn't beautiful, but what I did is I've made sure I have no little fragments of anything on this popsicle stick. And let's see, that looks like that's still, let me get it turned here, lines up pretty closely with the right marking. So I'm going to try it. I think what it'll do, it'll be rather apparent at what the level is. All right, I think that's pretty clear that it's above the minimum, not up to the maximum. This is with the system pretty cold. I just drove it a few feet. So what I'm going to do is try this later and see what I get. I assume it's going to go up a bit.